So what we're doing here is we've got rocket-powered Regi. Main proactive game plan is we use our mana dorks with Goldhound and Skirk Prospector. We put a turn 2 Regisaur into play, hopefully, and get the beatdown going. Once we have a Regi in play, we have Temur Battle Rage, we have FOMO as ways to push extra damage. Once we've done some damage, we can use Callous Sell-Sword, throw our dinosaur at their face for a big chunk. Beyond that, we've got some interaction revolving around giving Death Touch to things that deal 1 damage. So Toxin Analysis, Lifelink, and Death Touch, as well as a clue token. Call of the Death Dweller pulls things out of our bin, gives them Menace and or Death Touch. So the things that we're doing with that is Fanatical Firebrand, deals 1 damage to any target. Goblin Chainwhirler does 1 damage to all of your opponent's creatures. Mayhem Devil pings when you sacrifice your mana dorks or your firebrand. So these are things all with Death Touch. These little pings turn into Doomblades. Then we have just kind of our value card advantage engines are obviously Call of the Death Dweller being a recursion is really great. We've got Chandra, Torch of Defiance, and Experimental Frenzy. These are 2 cards that work really well together, as well as being independently strong. So when you have your Experimental Frenzy going, if you also have Chandra on the board, when you have something on top of your deck that you can't cast, you don't have enough mana, she can give you mana for it. If you have a land on top of your deck that you can no longer play, she can exile the top card of your library, ping your opponent, and now you can dig further into the top of your deck. We've also got 2 ways to give our Regisaurs haste in the mid to late game in Hanweir Battlements and Stitcher's Wings, which have Mayhem. So if you discard the Stitcher's Wings to the Regisaur's trigger, you can then only have to pay 2 in order to cast it from your graveyard and equip it, which is great. Alesha is some more recursion, along with Call of the Death Dweller. And we have Ball Lightning as a way to push damage. This is 6 damage on its own. If you attack with it and then fling it, that's 12 damage. You can Call of the Death Dweller, bring it back with Death Touch and Menace to continue pushing damage. And that's what we got going on. So let's run it out. Alright, turn 2 Regisaur. It's always what we want to be doing in life. Turn 2 Regisaur, turn 3 attack for 14. JK. Alright, do you have removal for the big dinosaur? Oh, black-white. Okay. So this is that deck. Alright, you have died. Turn 3 kill. Let's go. So... Alright. You love a turn 3 kill. When I'm the one doing it. When my opponents are doing it, it's bullshit, it's unfair. Not magic as Garfield has intended it. But obviously, it's very different when it's me with big creatures. Okay, it's a totally different thing. It's very different. All right, Legion's End. We need that for their thingies. We want Kolaghan's Command for their artifacts and creatures. Firebrand's pretty bad because they want to. They're just gonna activate their thing to make themselves indestructible, which is what they want to be doing anyway. Is Chandra a thing we want to be doing? They didn't have time to see that they need to be graveyard hating us. So maybe we just kind of stay on that plan. Take one frenzy away. And one Chandra. I don't know. It could be wrong. That could be wrong. I might want to keep my top end, but I feel like we're just racing them pretty much. You know, we don't have any of our hate pieces, but other than that, it's a pretty good hand. Prospector, Chainwhirler. Would love to draw a Dino, get that turn 2 Dino again. Obviously, turn 2 Dino with Battle Rage in hand is a thing of beauty. Fine, just get our get a body in play. We can start swinging. There's a monument. We just swing. Do we want to do this? No, we'll actually play a tap land, and then next turn, we can possibly Chainwhirler plus Analysis, depending on what they put on the board. Alright, well. Interesting. I mean, they're doing a pretty good job burning us out right now, but we do have Toxin Analysis and Temur Battle Rage, which can gain a lot of life when we need to. So what do we want to do? I think we just put another Chainwhirler into play. Go. And then next turn we're probably going to do the Battle Rage life gain with Analysis. That'll gain us back 6 life. No, it'll only gain us 3 life. We don't have something big enough to get the trample. Or no, the trample doesn't matter for the life gain. Okay. Oh, are we just gonna die? Wow. I goofed. I goofed. Doesn't do anything. Alright. Alright. Okay. That's on me. Do they have Fatal Push? That's fine. I'm not unhappy with the way that I sideboarded. I made a miscalculation on alright, this is a good hand if we draw lands. If we draw lands, it's a good hand. Let's take a look and see what you got in here. Sheltered by Ghosts. We just take that. Without the monuments, their creatures are pretty bad. If we draw an untapped land, we can play Mayhem Devil and perfect. Hold up the Goldhound. Sacrifice it just to get a trigger on and they can't play the thing. Interesting. going to do this. I want to see if they elect to put it back in the battlefield, because then we can potentially kill it again next turn. Alright, we're definitely going to Regi here. They do have Sheltered that can exile it, obviously. But that's fine. We're going to have to work our way through those anyway. And sorcery speed removal is much worse against Regi than instant speed, obviously. You don't want them to... it's much worse when you have to discard a card and then it gets killed or battled or whatever. What is Enlist? Tap a non-attacking creature you control without summoning sickness. Add its power? That's pretty good. I think we do this. And then we just sit tight. We're not winning a race against the lifelink, so we're just going to have to chew through their hand. That scry is pretty damn bad for us, because it does mean that they get to, they get to make sure that they find things that are actually useful. Sure. Discard that. Get a land. They can deal. So, do we... I think we just have to play the Sell-Sword. And then we've got Call of the Death Dweller. Bring back 2 things next turn. And we are starting to have successfully chewed through their hand. And as soon as this Guardian dies, we get a bunch of shit back from those Sheltered. So I think we're in a good spot here. Or an okay spot, at least. Yep. So we want Goldhound and FOMO. Death Touch on the Goldhound, Menace on the FOMO. Okay. Let's keep going. Crease Fang in the bin. Okay. This is really good. This can, first strike, this has got Death Touch, so first strike, they have to activate their thing before first strike, and then I can kill the Fleeting Spirit. They won't gain life. I mean, at this point, they have so much life, it's kind of ridiculous, but we have effectively burned through all their resources. And again, okay. Okay, if we get like Chandra or literally anything, like, okay. Yeah, we'll just do this. Yep. Gotta pay. Gotta pay. Oh! Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Okay. When they used that so confidently. They used it so confidently that it made me second guess myself. But yes, the draw and discard has to resolve itself fully. So you can't like use that to draw a card, then discard with your creature, and then not have something to discard for the land. Play first, absolutely. This is so close to an incredible hand. Still a good hand, but really, really love to have. Alright. We're going to play the tap land. Would love to be able to keep it for Regisaur, but since we do have a 2-drop and we want to curve out, how dare you go poking around in my hand? incredibly rude of this person. They took the big boy out. Presumably... Presumably they have ways to deal with like Fatal Push, and they don't want to they don't have a way to deal with the thing. That's fine. Alright. Let's just... Do we just Whirly Boy? We're gonna get Regi. It's probably wrong to get Regi. We're probably supposed to get, just put the Whirly Boy into play. But Regi with Menace is quite a menace. Although I did get rid of Fling, which is unfortunate. I think they're cracking their token so they can Fatal Push Regi. Is that what's happening here? Yep. Alright, give me an untapped land, please. I mean... Tell you what. 2 of your Fatal Pushes are gone. Let's run it back. Chainwhirler in the bin. Sure. I guess we're just doing this. We'll kill both their things. Probably go ahead and Toxic Analysis for the life gain and, more importantly, the card draw. Try and hit our land drop so next turn we can play Chandra. We got another Toxin Analysis. We might kill the Mutavault if they unlock the room. Probably kill that. Alright. Now we got Chandra. Do we want to deal damage to them or crack our token? Let's crack our token. Right. Then we'll hold Firebrand as a blocker for Chandra. If they want to fire up the Mutavault, we'll just block it. Sure. Chandra plus Firebrand can kill that. Okay. We can no longer kill that. Alright. We can now kill that. Could draw a card. It's risky. If we... Let me think about this. So if we kill Sheoldred, then we have nothing. And they've got 3 cards in hand. They got a Mutavault. They've got Annex. I think I'm supposed to do this. Well, that didn't pay off. I think it was right, but, you know, I think I have a better shot of winning the game ripping a good card off the top of my deck with Chandra than I do just killing Sheoldred. Give me Dweller. Give me Dweller. That's not Dweller. And we've died. All right. So claim the Firstborn, takes their demons. Daredevil steals some card advantage. Colligans deals with a hearse. They don't have a lot of things that die to claim. Regisaur can be kind of risky against them. We'll see. Take a Sell-Sword away. Cut a Mayhem Devil, cut another Sell-Sword, cut we're never getting this against them. Alright, let's do that. Legion's Exile could have been good. They probably have the 2-black Death Touch Lifelinker that I'm blanking on, the 2/3 Death Touch Lifelink. So that would be a good thing to exile. Would love to play first. Would love to turn to Regi. absolutely love a turn 2 Regi. How dare you Fatal Push my Mana Dork? Incredibly rude. Insanely rude. How dare you? Let's put a Chainwhirler out first. It could be holding up Doomblade here, feels like. Sure. This is fantastic. We'll discard Stitcher's Wings, and Regi will go flying at their face, assuming they don't have another removal spell. And Fatal Push alone does not deal with Regi. With what they've got to have some other way to turn him on. So, I mean, they could still just be holding up removal for my turn. This feels like removal, so I'm going to do this. That way, if they remove Regi like this, I still have some damage going through like here, and we can get Alesha down. We'll take the Prospector back. You got some more removal for me? Are you just gonna unlock your you gonna unlock your chambers? We can actually attack through we can attack through a demon here. Okay. Alright, so we're going to mount up. Send her flying. That's 5 damage. Get that going. We get another Chainwhirler back. This feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. You got a lot of cards in our deck that kill them. Nice. Got him. Beautiful. All right. Yeah, I think I'm wanting the Legion's End. Do maybe Ball Lightning is the pullout. It's not. That's a card that is not exciting once they have Graveyard Hate. It's really good if you can like bring it back with Call Dweller, but yeah, this is fine. You know, we got some lands, we got some interaction. I'm digging it. Player Cliffs. Yep. Bonus of Legion's End is we get to take a look at their hands too. So we get to see they got a Thoughtseize, they got Fable, and they've got removal. I think we'll go ahead and just play that. Otherwise, it's just going to get Thoughtseized anyway. They might discard the Thoughtseize here. Okay. Now they discard Stitcher's Wings, maybe? Since they just used their Abrade. This is looking grim, but like if we rip Experimental Frenzy, we can start churning through our deck. So still feeling okay. Whatever our next creature is dying to Strategic Betrayal. Which also takes our graveyard. Interesting. Interesting. I gotta remember I need to Spikefield first, then do that. Just in case, to deny them the opportunity to kill their thing without exiling it. Yeah, that's what I figured. Just have another Strategic Betrayal when they discarded the one. It's fine. We gotta get through it at some point. Again, best draw by far is Experimental Frenzy at this point. Another Chainwhirler, though, does... I mean... That ain't terrible. If they don't have removal, that's lethal. If they don't have removal, that's lethal. All right. Dino says a beep beep, beep beep. The dino went beep beep. I'm working through a couple different variations on this. Alright, this is really, really good if we draw a black land. We draw a black land and we get to turn 2 dino. That's what we're looking for. That's not a dino. A thing that casts dinos. However, we do get to bolt the bird, and that's always nice. Need a black land. Any land would be nice. Yep. It's not ideal, not ideal. Their lands are very enchanting. Oh boy, this is... This is not great. Cavalier of Thorns, sure. Alright, so that's Storm the Festival stuff. Okay. Sure. There we go. Alright. We can start doing stuff. People are so funny. Good game. Sure. Yep. They're not going to have that attitude in a minute. Yeah. Cast your other Storm the Festival. Do it. Just another little Storm the Festival. I think I'm actually... Do I want to just wait? The question here is, do we Chainwhirler, discard Chainwhirler, call the Death Dweller this turn, then we get in for 8 damage, and then they Storm the Festival, or we wait for them to Storm the Festival again, and then they are pretty much out of resources. I think we'll do that. Let's discard the Stitcher's Wings. Let's see. They may not block this. They might double block it. Sure. That's also fine. Might have been better to just not attack at all. Because now, after I board wipe them, I'm not going to have a ton of power on the board. So I think that was a bit of a misplay on my part, actually. But to be honest, I thought there was a good chance that they just like wouldn't block. And then I could fling and just steal the kill. Yeah, now they got another Storm the Festival. Can they play both of them this turn? It's not instant speed, is it? No. Okay. Alright, we'll do this. And then we're set up next turn to call. Sure, you have saved the life of your precious Llanowar elf. Yeah, if I lose this game, it'll be because I attacked with the dinosaur. But I think we're still probably in a fine spot. Kiora means we're in less of a fine spot. What does this do? Nothing before it dies, so that's fine.
The ocean surges, life thrives.
Yeah, we'll block with this, and then we'll sack this for some mana so we can draw a card. Boop. Just a little Plague Wind. Nothing too serious. We're just gonna ignore Kiora at this point. And try and get their life total low enough that I can start that I can fling at them. Next turn could be we might just get buried by the card draw. Sure. We might just get buried by the card draw, but I think we're going to be okay here.
Let's get moving.
Alright, so... So this has reach. But this has menace. I think we are going to kill the we are going to kill the Kiora now. Before we've kind of taxed their resources. Okay, they just wasted that card. Not realizing they didn't realize, and this, like, I don't know, actually I don't know what this does, because there's one mana pumps that do give indestructible, I believe, but that's not one of them. No blocks, so they get to gain a bunch of life. Alright, so what is the plan here? I think if we we swing with Chainwhirler. No. Yeah. Alright. So we attack with that. That lets us get something back with Alesha, which I should have been more careful with how I spent the mana. That's really unfortunate. Because now I can't cast a spell. I got another Storm the Festival, sure. We got another Storm the Festival. I believe we're good to go now because we can block with the Firebrand block the lifelink with the Firebrand, sacrifice it, put it at their face, put all the pings at their face, we swing in the air, and then we fling. Oops. So we do this. They've got one reach critter. Oh, I see. That's fine.
Nature flows with vigor.
That's still fine, right? I need to... do this. We get a clue. We sack the clue. So if I kill this, one of them has reach. So we just kill this. And then they can't block. And that's how you do it. Hey, thanks for checking out the video. If you'd like to see more, subscribe to the channel. Follow me over on Twitch. And if you'd like to help me get more cards to make more sweet decks like this, there's a coffee link in the description down below. Thanks.